What's up, everybody? It's Gomedex, and welcome back to another ranked draft of Core Set 2020. Let's just hop into the draft. So, starting off, we've got a Barkhide Troll, is my favorite of these uncommons. It's just a pretty fast, aggressive card. 2 mana for a 3/3, and for 1 mana you can protect it from a removal spell till end of turn. Granted, it does turn into a 2/2 after that, but still a pretty exciting card. Dragon Mage, I think, is just pretty bad. It's a whole lot of mana, and then the ability is very hit or miss. Like, it could potentially just give your opponent a higher benefit than you. And often the ability just doesn't matter. It's just a 7 mana 5/5 flyer that dies when it comes out. In terms of the commons, there is some good stuff. Cloudkin Seer is pretty exciting. It's an early evasive creature that also draws a card. When you play it, unsummon. It's just a nice defensive option. Brightwood Tracker can be really good in the late game, and Griffin Protector can be nice in your token building kind of decks. So, I think the best card in this pack, I think if I just wanted to first pick something entirely based on power level, I might just take Barkhide Troll here and just start going at green. But I think I'm actually just going to take Temple of Silence here because I do need it for my collection, and we're getting late enough into the format where I'm starting to think a little bit more about Throne of Eldraine and saving up all these gems for that, and just trying to complete my collection of everything that I need for Standard from this set. So that is one thing that you're going to be noticing in these drafts as I proceed, is I'm going to start being a little bit more conscious of the cards that I just need to own for Standard, because in a couple months, I don't think I'll be drafting this set very much at all, because I'll be drafting a bunch of Throne of Eldraine. So I want to get all the cards that I need now out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take a Temple of Silence. I know that's not going to be a super popular choice, but it is something you definitely need to consider if you're someone who's playing Arena free to play, or at least cheap to play. You definitely want to think about the cards that you're going to be using a lot in Constructed, getting those out of these drafts, so that way you can save your wild cards for stuff that you need, that you're just not going to end up getting in draft ever. Alright, so this is basically going to be our first pick, since we just first picked a rare, and there are actually just like 2 really good options, I'd say. Honestly, I think the best cards in here are literally just Shock and Boreal Elemental, and it's kind of just whatever you want to do. Like, Shock is really efficient, cheap removal, and Boreal Elemental is a nice evasive threat that's hard to target. I feel like almost always I just end up taking like Boreal Elemental over the Shock in this situation, so maybe I want to play it a little different, maybe take the Shock this time. Be a little fancy, see what happens. Yeah, you know what, let's go for it. I think those cards are pretty even in power level. We're just going to take the Shock this time, because last time I totally would have taken Boreal Elemental. I ended up playing blue-green in my last draft. Alright, so this pack isn't fantastic. I mean, we could go really hard on it and just go for mono-red super aggro right now and just take the Scorch Spitter and be like, yeah, we're going to be playing one of those decks. But that's not what I tend to do, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I could take a Brineborn Cutthroat. It does combo well with the Shock in that they're both instant speed cards, and Brineborn Cutthroat likes it when you cast instant speed cards. Other than that, this pack honestly is not very exciting. There's a lot of just bad cards in here. Yeah, this is a pack that looks like more than one card has been taken out of it. Or that looks like more than 2 cards have been taken out of it, because all this stuff is stuff that you see very late in the picks. So, just a pretty empty pack. I'm going to go ahead and take Brineborn Cutthroat. Alright. What have we here? Well, we have Fire Elemental if I want to stick to red-blue. We have Raise the Alarm, which is also an instant speed card, and also a pretty nice one. One of the few cards that's a pretty good token producer for stuff that cares about that. And it's instant speed, so it also doubles as sort of a combat trick. Just get an extra 1 or 2 power blocking something. I think I'm going to take the Raise the Alarm here. I do like that card quite a bit. We'll see what colors these packs take us to from now on. Again, not a lot of cards I'm very excited about in this pack. I honestly think my favorite is just Pattern Marcher, mainly because I can play this no matter what colors I end up being, as long as I get a few copies of a couple different creatures, so Pattern Marcher could be very nice. I'm going to roll with him here. Unsummon is fine. If I knew for sure I was going to play blue, and it does combo with Brineborn Cutthroat, so I guess there is an argument to that. I just take Unsummon, and then all 4 of my cards are instant speed cards, and I know Brineborn Cutthroat can put in some work, no matter what colors I end up in. But I think Pattern Marcher is just a very, very safe pick. He's just going to be a solid card in anything. So, ooh, God, no. Alright, Pattern Marcher is what I will take. Here we've got Heart Piercer Bow, which is worth mentioning, because if you have a giant stack of Heart Piercer Bow, it's very hard for your opponent to ever resolve a creature that doesn't die immediately. And it is very possible to end up with a deck with like 5 or 6 Heart Piercer Bow and 1 or 2 Renowned Weaponsmiths. That is a legitimate strategy. It is a weird, memey strategy, but it is a legitimate thing that a lot of people do that actually works. So it is worth mentioning it right now. That being said, I don't really want to do that, so I'm not going to. I think the red card's just okay. It's just a 2/2 that can potentially get better. The white card is not that great. Like, you could maybe main deck 1 just to deal with, like, Heart Piercer Bows or something like that. But other than that, not much of a use. And then the blue cards, I think, are the best cards here. I think Bone Dash. Bone Dash is my favorite card in this pack, and once again, it's another thing that works well with the Brineborn Cutthroat, and just works well with a deck with a whole bunch of instants. So I think Bone Dash could actually be pretty nice in whatever this mess is going to end up being. So we've got a pretty late Audacious Thief here, which is interesting. Or we just have a Battalion Foot Soldier. Just try to start picking those up. Or Goblin Bird Grabber. So Goblin Bird Grabber could be good because it's good in a red-blue deck because blue has a lot of flyers to give this guy flying. Battalion Foot Soldier could be good because it's good if you get a bunch of copies of them. And Audacious Thief could be good because, you know, Audacious Thief just is good. The only problem with that is I haven't taken any black cards yet. So, like, it's really just leaving me very open to, like, never committing to a color and ending up with just a 5-color disaster. But, you know, I think Audacious Thief is enough, like, better than the other cards that I'm just going to take him anyway. Because, I mean, this first pack just overall has seemed pretty unexciting for the most part. Like, these are not going to be the powerhouse cards in our deck. I think those are definitely going to come in the later packs, or at least hopefully. So yet again, nothing exciting here. We can take just something that's going to fill up our deck, either in white, blue, or black. None of these are very good. Like, maybe we just take blue, because blue is the most likely color for us to play, but, like, Stages Row Denizen is just not really a strategy I want to go in on. But at the same time, probably worth just taking the blue card. Just because blue is basically our only somewhat confirmed color. And I'm actually just going to take Prismite here, because we can play Prismite no matter what colors we are. And pack's pretty bad. Not really excited about any of these. I guess I'll take a Reckless Airstrike for the sideboard. That could be like our 23rd card if we end up in red. Here's another pretty bad pack. Take Fortress Crab, I guess? We're going to end up with a very weird deck today if things keep proceeding as they have thus far. These are some good black cards to be going this late. I feel like Audacious Thief, as late as it was, plus Bladebrand Fathom Fleet in this pack has got to be a sign. We just take Fathom Fleet here and then maybe move into black. Get paid off for staying so open because the packs were not very exciting. Mind Rot, second to last. I mean, I'm probably not going to play it, but that would be a sign to some people. Oh, wow. Kaikar Wind's Fury. Are we just gonna be 3-color weird stuff? Just blue, red, white weird stuff. I think we are. You know, I'm taking Kaikar. He's the coolest card by far. Or she, it, whatever that is. And then, like, we already have a bunch of just random... Well, not a bunch, but a decent amount of just random non-creature, just like instants in blue, red, and white. And try and just go really hard on that strategy. I have no idea what's going to happen here. But I'm very interested in this deck. Because it just looks different, man. It looks different. We'll try this out. See what we got for our choices here. I mean, Griffin Sentinel is probably the best choice out of this stuff. Marauding Raptor is not a card that I'm gonna need for standard once Throne of Eldraine comes out, because all the dinosaurs will rotate out, so not gonna take Marauding Raptor. Convolute maybe goes the best in this deck. Maybe we're just like 3-color control with a bunch of instant speed stuff. Just try to troll people. Yeah, let's go for it. That sounds fun. We'll pick up the Convolute there. Here it's between Raise the Alarm and Chandra's Outrage. Both are pretty great. I suppose I could go like base blue-white and splash in the red. Raise the Alarm is like not super splashable because it's an early game card. You want to cast it earlier. You want your white mana early. So like, taking Chandra's Outrage makes me less inclined to play Raise the Alarm, which I already have one of, so that would be an argument for just taking another Raise the Alarm. But I think Chandra's Outrage is just enough better. I've just got to take it. I don't know. They're both fantastic. You know, we've got 2 counter spells already. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what's happening here. I'm taking Raise the Alarm. That's the only thing that's for sure. We're just going to go with that. Diamond Knight is awful in this deck. We're 3 colors. Vial of Dragonfire, like, maybe is the best thing here. It's a non-creature spell, so it triggers the Kaikar. And it's the most controlling card. Maybe we just take another Sage's Row Denizen and just be troll control. Yeah, we'll go with that. Another Sage's Row Denizen for just the trolly control deck. And now we have a bunch of instants. Another Brineborn Cutthroat seems like definitely the pick. Like, definitely. And then we really hope to wheel the Raise the Alarm. That's pretty impossible, but at least we could maybe get Befuddle. This is such a strange deck so far, but I'm very into it. I'm going to take the white card here. We're definitely splashing in red at this point, I think. The core of the deck is a blue-white. We could take a Soul Mender. Like, we might be controlling enough that we just want to sit on our butt and gain life with a Soul Mender. Or just a Metropolis Sprite for another blue creature for Sage's Row Denizen. Or Inspiring Captain, because I do have double Raise the Alarm and double Brineborn. We're actually kind of aggressive in terms of our 2-drops. At the very least. Yeah, and Kaikar just spits out a bunch of 1/1s, so Inspiring Captain is actually kind of interesting here. Pick him up. There's another one. I don't really know if I want another one, but there's not a lot else in this pack. There's an Anticipate, though. Anticipate is kind of just exactly the strategy I've been picking up so far. Definitely taking the removal. And Inspired Charge has potential, so I'll toss that in the sideboard. Take Befuddle. Smuggler. That's a very late Goblin Smuggler. Befuddle. Another Airstrike. We have a whole bunch of Airstrike if we need them. And let's move into the final pack here. Starfield Mystic. Enchantments cost 1 less. When an enchantment's put into your grave from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I don't think we have any enchantments. But it works with pacifism, and it works with the sleep card. It's a 4-mana card that just enchanted creature gets tapped forever. So there's cards that it works with. And it's not a card that I own yet, so I might just make that, or might just take that as a 2/2 and just have some cards. Have it at the ready for my collection. That could be interesting. Griffin Protector, though. Griffin Protector could potentially be really good with the Raise the Alarm. We have 2 Raise the Alarm to go with the Griffin Protector. That's actually pretty nice. And Dawning Angel is nice as well. This is just a solid pack for us. There's also Evolving Wilds to make sure we've got that red mana when we need it. I just like this pack as a whole. Roll with the Griffin Protector here. That is what I shall pick. There's the Sleep Paralysis that I was talking about, that the enchantment guy would make cheaper. I think I'm just going to take another Raise the Alarm now, though, because now we've got Inspiring Captain plus Griffin Protector, so just stacking up as many Raise the Alarm as possible seems potentially pretty nuts. Alright. Bone to Ash again, or there's a Master Splicer for just another token-producing card, or Herald of the Sun, which is a 6 mana 4/4 flyer, but if you have other flyers, then this is very nice. Lots of options in this pack. Roll with the Master Splicer, actually, there. That's just how I'm feeling. Take an Anticipate. Take another Shock. Yep. Shock is our off color, but Shock is good enough. I think that's fine. Shock is in the off color. Have a bunch of Anticipate, I guess. Aerial Assault. And we could start cutting cards, so we can just take these Sage's Rose right out. And our deck has become a lot weirder, or better. I don't know, it depends on how you see it. Pick 9, we wield Evolving Wilds and Dawning Angel, which are both cards I really want, so... Sorry about that, I bumped the mic. So this is a pretty hard decision, because I want both of those cards a lot. Like a lot. I suppose, now that I have double Shock, Evolving Wilds is probably more necessary. I have a whole bunch of Befuddle. I'll probably start cutting some Befuddles here. Alright, let's see if this mess works at all. Alright. Redbone. Maybe just take a Prismite out now and a Befuddle. Take out one Prismite, one Befuddle. And then Pattern Marcher is for Griffin Sentinel and Brineborn. Deck is weird. Deck is very weird, but it looks cool. Like, it looks interesting. Which is what I like. That's a lot of mountains. I feel like I'll need 3 mountains. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 white. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue. Put in 1 more island. I don't know, maybe I do need 4 mountain just to be more consistent with the shocks early. I don't know. I think just the number 1 card in this deck, though, is Brineborn Cutthroat. That's the card I want to always resolve with this. This is a weird disaster. Oh yeah, I got the Chandra sleeves now. I forgot that's a thing. I'm just gonna go with the chill classic arena sleeves. And turn off my card styles. Bam. Alright. Let's actually change the picture on this deck as well. Give us that Kaikar. Let's see how this does. This is definitely a quite different deck from what I've been playing a lot lately, which has been mainly blue-green. I feel like I've played blue-green like by far the most in this format. I did try to play a Kaikar deck once before, and it didn't work out very well, but this deck looks a little more interesting to me, just because of the double Brineborn Cutthroat with a lot of instants. Like, I feel like this has potential to do some pretty synergistic stuff that could be interesting to play. Oh, that's theirs. This one's mine. Yeah. This is the first time I'm playing a game with the Elemental Cat. Because I just got the Mastery Pass. Alright, we're going to pick up an island and pass the turn. I'm just picking up an island right now so the game goes a little bit faster. And then we will anticipate at the end of their turn. Let's see what we get. Mountain! Or raise the alarm. I think we gotta just take Mountain. We don't have any red cards right now, but we will in the future. Need that. To play another Anticipate. Hopefully Anticipate will pick us up a creature for our Pattern Marcher. That would be very nice. Alright, well, you know, Kaikar's not a creature for Pattern Marcher, but it's Kaikar. So, hopefully it stays on the board at least long enough for us to cast Bone to Ash on something. That would be fantastic. Lavakin Brawler. Alright. Unfortunately can't Bone to Ash that. This Pattern Marcher is not going to do anything. You know, as interesting as this deck is, we did not open 2 Kaikars for Pattern Marcher. Alright, sending in Lavakin Brawler for 3. If they don't play anything this turn, I'll just raise the alarm. I would prefer if they just played like a big creature to counter. Stone Golem, that is a big creature to counter. Bone Dash it is. Get us a flyer. Draw a card. Brineborn Cutthroat, there he is! Oh my god! This deck looks so synergistic right now. I love it. I love it a lot. Oh, and there's Griffin Protector with the freaking Raise the Alarm in hand? Do I just Brineborn into Pattern Marcher, actually? Yeah. Yeah, Brineborn Pattern Marcher. And then, like, if they don't like Wrath, this is just a ridiculous field to come back from. Yeah, and then the second Brineborn Cutthroat I get to cast during their turn to put a counter on the first one, and then I cast Raise the Alarm after that. Get another counter on both of them, and make another Spirit. This deck is cool. I say that now, but I'm just going to draw very poorly in some of the games. Because this deck definitely has the potential to draw some bad stuff. Alright. Let's see, I need 4 mana during their turn. I have 7 mana. I can spend 3 mana this turn. I could just Aerial Assault the Lavakin. Yeah, why not? Gain some life and get another Spirit and not have to worry about that thing attacking. Send in the squad. Keep the pressure on. What's up? Why are you meowing? You okay? Hey, little friend? Alright, I think it's fine. It hissed at me. Oh, come on. Alright, Frostlinks is here. Frostlinksing down Kaikar. They don't have to take any damage from that at the very least. Diviner's Lockbox. Gonna have the potential of drawing some cards. Choose Island and reveal an Uncaged Fury. Alright, here is Brineborn Cutthroat. And raise the alarm. That is so cool. I'm such a dork. This is a cool deck. Just gonna all attack here. Well, looks like they're just letting it happen. They could have survived if they just chump blocked. Or they could have traded off with one of the Cutthroats, went to 1, but I think their deck did not have an answer to that many creatures at that low of a life total, so just scooped them up. All right. Well, that was a fantastic first showing for this deck. But our opponent didn't have a hand that put a lot of pressure on us early in the game. We definitely got to sit there and set up for quite a while, casting multiple anticipates and stuff like that, and the draws were pretty nice, getting our mana set up very early. So, I don't want to just say that this deck is great. We can definitely chalk that up to us getting lucky and our opponent getting unlucky. So, we will see how this deck works as we proceed. This is an awful hand. This is definitely the kind of thing I was talking about. We just like draw a bunch of Griffin Sentinels, sit there. We also only have 2 mana with multiple 4 mana cards here. Just a really risky hand there. So we're going to go for the 3 mana hand. We're going to keep this 6 and drop down Master Splicer. That way I know for sure I can get both these Cutthroats out and Befuddle. And we are on Brineborn Cutthroat as our plan. Scorch Spitter will start it out for our opponent. Definitely kind of scary. Bit of a scary start. It could be a hyper aggro deck. And seems to be mono red so far. Alright, we're going to drop down a Cutthroat at the end of their turn because we're definitely not just going to trade a Cutthroat for a Scorch Spitter. Chandra's Embercat. Alright. Taking 1. Here's a Cutthroat. No blocks. No attacks either. Don't want to trade with the Embercat either, because I already know that this Cutthroat can be a 4/3 because I have 2 more instants in my hand. Opponent seems to be stuck on 2 mana, but that is 3 mana with a Chandra's Embercat. They are mono red, so it is pretty likely they just have like a shock. There's some kind of thing here to kill off my Cutthroats, but most of the stuff that would kill off the Cutthroat would kill it off outside of combat too, so I'm going to block anyway. If this is Infuriate, that's going to feel bad, but even if it's Infuriate, I at least get to 2-for-1 them. Because the Scorch Spitter will have 3 toughness, my Cutthroat will have 3 power. Looks like it's just a shock, so it literally didn't matter. I just got to block that damage there. It would have died either way, even if I was entirely outside of combat. Now we're going to try to befuddle that Embercat and just get that out of here, because that'll be really nice if we can kill that thing if they're still stuck on mana. Looks like they are not going to attack with it, they're going to play it safe here. Well, I will still befuddle. I definitely want to draw a card and get a counter on this Cutthroat. Bone to Ash, fantastic draw. Fantastic draw. Not going to attack here, can't really trade for that Embercat. because then I have nothing on my own field. Gotta wait till I get one more counter on this Cutthroat, and then I can definitely start applying pressure. Oh my god. I think we both might have to just sit here for a while. Like, it might be worth attacking with the Cutthroat just for the fact that they probably wouldn't block, because they probably need it for Lavakin Brawlers at 4 mana as soon as they hit another mountain. But I don't know, the risk is there, because like if they just trade, then I just have nothing out. So then if they top deck a mountain and start playing creatures, I'm sitting here with nothing. Ooh, they're red-green, alright. Well, at least now I have a Griffin Sentinel I can definitely start attacking with. What's up? I did not know that the cat was going to meow at me randomly and ask me for attention. Cat may not be worth. But that's not why I got the Mastery Pass anyway. It was mainly just to get a bunch more packs. I'm trying to do my best to collect most of the cards that will be in the new standard format, just to make it easier to build decks and test them out. Alright, well, can't play that without leaving up Bone to Ash, so I'm just going to leave up Bone to Ash. But they have, like, what? They play Land Lavakin? That's not that bad. Yeah, just play Griffin Protector anyway. Bone to Ash later. Alright, it's a tapped land. That's actually perfect for me. That means I still get to Bone to Ash their first creature. So yeah, this is a game I'm probably gonna win, but this one we can definitely chalk up to my opponent getting unlucky, because I feel like most other limited decks would have already killed my opponent by now, because I've been doing a pretty slow start here. Double Season of Growth. All right. Maybe they just have a handful of pump spells now and they just want to draw a bunch of cards. Very interesting. Alright. It's Evolving Wilds for an island. Still don't want my Cutthroat to die. This guy's my homie. Use the strat. Alright, blue, red, green it is. My opponent must just, like, hate mulliganing if they were on 3 color and they kept just 2 mountains. But I understand. Bone to Ash Risen Reef here. Plan was always to just Bone to Ash the first creature that showed up. It's a pretty small creature, but we're still going to do it. Draw the card, get a counter on the Cutthroat. Now Cutthroat can actually attack into the Ember Cat. And while the creature is small, it does draw them cards. So it's not like we're countering nothing. Master Splicer is going to be nice here. It's going to give that Griffin Protector +2/+2 this turn. Or not, or we'll just play Kygar. Oh, we actually have the mana to play both this turn. That's brutal. Master Splicer, get on out there. Just waiting for our triggers to resolve. And attack with all. Alright, looks like definitely a pump spell from our opponent here. Draw a couple cards off Season of Growth and get rid of that Cutthroat, but at least they still take 7 damage. And I've still got some threats in the air. Actually, I have lethal threats in the air. They take 7, and next turn I get to swing in for 7 again. They are at 5. Fire Elemental. Scry a couple cards. Looks like it's going to be too little too late here. Opponent was definitely stuck on mana for a very long time. Got anything else? Oh, they're gonna kill my Kaikar. That's not cool. Well, now I have to play a creature. Actually, no, I don't. I just attack with all. They can only block 1. But they're not dead in the air anymore. They're just dead on the ground. Give him the exact lethal. Alright, I believe that is 2 wins and 0 losses. However, the wins were not the fairest wins in the universe. And we'll go ahead and check out our level up pack. Just a nice little intermission here to see what's the rare. Leyline of Sanctity, definitely a fine sideboard card for best 2 of 3 standard tournament style formats. Alright, heading back into the draft, we're on to round 3. This deck is weird. The strategy seems really fun, but I don't think this is like the best possible build I could have drafted for this kind of strategy. But like, it's got some spicy cards. And I'm having fun with it so far. Granted, my opponents have been getting some very, very slow starts, but still. Vampire of the Dire Moon. Turn 1 shock, baby! Let's go. Yeah. That is how we roll. That actually feels awful now that I just top deck Raise the Alarm. Maybe that's not how we roll. Oh, Raise the Alarm would have been so much better. That's actually crazy. Looks like we're exiling a second Plains here. Oop. Benlurker has exiled that. Now my opponent's going to think I'm an idiot now that I'm Raise the Alarming on turn 2, but it's like, no, I just top decked that. I didn't know I had that when I shocked your 1-1, I swear. I didn't know I could have just blocked with a single 1-1. Yeah, I should have remembered that. I think this deck has 3 Raise the Alarm in it. Probably didn't need to shock that guy, but I was just so hype about shock turn 1. How often do you get to do that when you have like 3 mountains in your deck? Feels bad. Alright, opponent might just be on like mono black here. Or they're just getting mana screwed again. That does seem to be sort of the theme of the day. Alright, they are black and green. Definitely gonna send in with my 4/4 and my 1/3 flyer. See if they have a Blade Brand here. I think that'd be pretty likely. Sanitarium Skeleton decks definitely tend to run like a million Blade Brands. You can pick them up. Looks like they don't have it just yet, so they're just gonna be spending all their mana, get that skeleton back, recast it. Using them as the infinite chumper. Mammoth Spider, that's pretty bad. Cannot get through that at all. That is 5 juicy points of toughness. Definitely hoping they attack with that at like any point ever so I can aerial assault that. But I think that's pretty unlikely. Looks like opponent kept a hand with just swamps when they are 3 color. Black, blue, and green. Bold plays from our opponent definitely has worked out better than the red, green, blue guy at the least. Blood-Soaked Altar is here. It might just get us. I mean, Blood-Soaked Altar plus Sanitarium Skeleton is pretty hard to beat. Yep. Discard that Sanitarium Skeleton. Seems accurate. Yeah, this is very bad. Just gonna take the 5 for now. I'm at 20 life. I can take some hits. Maybe it was worth it to just block and befuddle, but I feel like I could potentially get some action off of this befuddle, allowing me to trade up into something. Or not trade up, but like kill an opposing creature without losing one of my own. Alright, returning that Sanitarium Skeleton to hand. Casting it. Looks like they're going to sack Skeleton, discard another card. Get another 5/5 demon. Don't know if I actually have a way out of this Blood-Soaked Altar here. Discarding a Plummet. Get a land. Well, I mean, need to kill one of them. Gain 1 life. God, yeah, the problem is just with that Sanitarium Skeleton, there's like no way I can run them out of cards to turn into demons, because they can just keep playing the skeleton as the creature to put on board and just discard every land they draw, turn it into a demon. The skeleton, too strong. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and befuddle here, because I actually just need to draw a card. Evolving Wilds, alright. Tomebound Lich. Suppose that'll just trade for my 4/4. Actually, no, I just triple block with 1/1s, and they can only kill one. The Tomebound Lich doesn't really do anything here. Maybe they just sack it immediately because it doesn't do much. Nope. Just gonna sack the Skelly Man. Discard something else. Anticipate. Alright, I'm gonna use Evolving Wilds first, that way I can get less lands in this deck by the time that I anticipate. Let's actually not use the red. Let's go like this. Well, I suppose. Yeah, wow. I don't know what I'm searching for, but I don't believe these are it. I mean, Inspiring Captain does let me put in a little bit of pressure, but I'm taking 10 in the air here. I mean, like, maybe, let's see, if they play the skeleton, they sack the skeleton, they go to 8, they have 3 blockers, I play Inspiring Captain, they go block, 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 take 1, 2, 3, 4, they go to 4 life? No, even if I top deck Shock, Inspiring Captain is unfortunately not enough. Brineborn Cutthroat is just definitely not enough. Yeah, I mean, 3 blockers. You know, just go through the motion anyway. Yep. We are very dead. Man, we just got crushed by the Skeleton Ultra today. In this game. Look, it's my Cutthroat! Avast she! Alright, we're dead. -9. Alright, well, that was some well-earned beats. Got some free wins in the first couple rounds, and then just the absolute crushing defeat in round 3. We'll see what way the pendulum will swing in the next match. Preferably it'll be in Kaikar's favor. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is a hand. This is what I was planning on. This strat. Ooh, Evolving Wilds as well, even though I already have all of the mana I need. Sick. That's just like the icing on the cake. Cool, Griffin Sentinel. You don't do anything right now, we'll just Evolving Wilds instead. Yeah. Grab an island. Don't want to trade into that since I have more instants, so I'm just not going to block. Anticipate. Don't really feel like getting 1/1s right now. I want to set up my next turns. Oh. You know, I don't know what they have, but I still feel like Shock is going to be more impactful than these cards. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I don't think I cast Kaikar now. I think I just shock into that. Yeah, we gotta shock into that. My poor Brineborn man. I was so happy about him. I had 2 more instants at the ready. Yeah, probably should have realized 4 mana up with green very likely means Night Pack Ambusher. Feels bad. No attacks here. I kind of forgot their entire field had reach. Wake Root Elemental, oh god. Wake Root Elemental with that triple green. Very threatening. Can't do... Oh god, no. No. Alright. Can't do a lot when their whole field has reach. Well, not the whole, but they got the juicy spiders. The thick spiders out there. Wake Root Elemental is coming in hot. Well... I'll just chump with a 1/1. Now... Oh, Jesus, they need 1 more forest. 1 more forest. Probably should have just killed that dude. Should have just blocked with, Kaikar and Sentinel and something else. And I guess I just felt like... Oh god. I just felt like if I lose Kaikar anyway... Like, if I lose Kaikar, the game's already over anyway, because it's the only action I've got going on. It's like I lose Kaikar, and then I have no reason for them not to just start killing me with the big spiders. Yeah, this is pretty bad. And the fact that they attacked again means they definitely just have like a pump spell to save it. But I still gotta hope. Somehow. Some way. Some way, somehow. Whatever the lyrics are to that song. Oh my god, they don't have a pump spell. They're just keeping it aggro. Oh no, they have Soul Salvage? Oh god, I'm getting destroyed. Soul Salvage for Night Pack Ambusher plus Wake Root Elemental. The Mono Bomb Soul Salvage. Very nice. Let's draw a card. Do we have anything? No. That's a big no. Oh dear. Alright, well... This is pretty bad. This is definitely one of those games that, Bone to Ash is like the spiciest card in our deck against this deck. Just get rid of that Wake Root or that Night Pack. But all our little dorks cannot quite deal with these large-ass bombs. Sending it in again. Okay. You have a pump spell? They've got to have a pump spell. For another soul salvage? That would be brutal. I don't know why they didn't just send with the whole squad. Are they toying with me now? Is that what's happening? Am I getting toyed? I'm just gonna save this befuddle. Alright, no, they were just, I don't know. There was probably a reason that made sense, but I'm too busy trying to think of the best thing to do on my side that I just am not even considering what their strategy could be. Inspiring Captain, well, you're useless. I don't know what I expected, but you know, we're playing it out. Scoping them out. Griffin Protector. 2 blockers. What you gonna do about that, Sonny? That's a 4/5 Griffin Protector. Except not anymore. Alright, yeah, that's brutally lethal. Just got manhandled that game. Man. Y'all thought last round was bad? Did you see that one? You see that round? Round 4? Destructive losses over here. At least we got to do cool things until gigantic spiders and stuff started showing up. Right, I will keep this. Evolving Wilds for Shock turn 1. Or for Mountain turn 1. Into some actual future plays. Much like last hand. Dropping down the island so that I have Anticipate and Shock at the ready. Anticipate it is. Well, so I'll just take another Shock. Griffin Sentinel. Sage's Row Denizen. Are they on the mill plan? Could just drop a Pattern Marcher here, or save up Bone Dash and Double Shock. Next turn is a 4-mana card that could be potentially dangerous, but Pattern Marcher is a 3/3 against their 2/3 blockers, so if they don't have like a good creature follow-up here, Pattern Marcher could be very nice. Oh, they just have their own Pattern Marcher. Pattern Marcher for another Sage's Row Denizen. Maybe they're just on like a million Sage's Row Denizen the deck. Well, definitely saving this Bone Dash up then. Trading Pattern Marchers? We are trading Pattern Marchers. That is adorable. They know I have a Griffin Sentinel in hand, so they know I can just Bone Dash. Still just gonna do it here. I'll let that other Sage's Row Denizen resolve, I suppose. Convolute. I guess that will just counter the next one. Pretty nice draw. Unfortunately, our clock with this deck is pretty slow. We'll convolute that. Loaming Shaman. They're definitely on the mill plan. They're just shuffling their grave right back in. Or are they shuffling our grave back in? Shuffle our Evolving Wilds back into our deck. Okay. Well, they're on an 8-turn clock. 8 hits from Griffin Sentinels will get there. Scuttlemutt is here. I have to just shoot that Loaming Shaman so I don't have to lose any Griffin Sentinels. Alright, looks like they didn't even need to shuffle the Evolving Wilds back in. I'm plenty good at drawing lands myself. Dude, how brutal would it be if this game went long enough that I drew every single basic before the Evolving Wilds? So Evolving Wilds couldn't even crack for a basic. Oh, Agonizing Siphon, my Sentinel. Oh, that slows down the clock a lot. Anticipate. Good card. Oh, it's my boy. I should not have let the auto tapper tap the Anticipate. Should have just went double Island Anticipate. Oh, wow. Convolute when I have exactly 3. Feels bad. A Convolute of their own. Bone-clad Necromancer. Exile Kai card, don't have anything to return it anyway, but it's the correct choice. And draw Befuddle. I think I forgot to attack last turn, because I was just so sad. I'm about to murder my Griffin Sentinel. The saddest of days. Walk there. Fuddle there. God. Shock that Sage's Row. Kill that. Oh my god, there's another Sage's Row. Oh, that's so bad. Why did I no attack? I keep no attacking because I'm like, I need to block. I'm definitely losing this game, but I'm playing suboptimally as well. To where the 1% chance at victory is far closer to 0 now. Oh my god, really? It's bad. It's bad, man. Let's just keep up with the no attacks. That is the full-on give up at this point. Sad. Alright, well, I drafted a deck that looked really fun, and it was really fun to play Anticipates and Brineborn Cutthroats and stuff like that, but opponents just had to play a stack of 3/3s to break through, unfortunately. So that is going to end today's draft, but we've got some victory packs to get some cards from. Knight of the Ebon Legion, very nice card, seeing a lot of standard play in Vampires. And pack 2, Temple of Mystery, very nice card, seeing a lot of play in Simic decks and Bant decks, and just anything with green and blue in them. So at least our prize packs were quite good to end it off today. Ended on a high note, even if the draft did not go so hot. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Well, not very soon, but soon, whenever I have time for more Magic Arena content. I'll see you then.